Welcome back, and now I have the great pleasure of introducing Michael. How are you, Sweeney?
Good, good.
Great.
How are you, Christina?
And Lisa?
Hi, how are you?
Great. And you're a parent, number one,
Yes.
of several children.
Yeah, 4 children.
Four
Yeah.
children.
Yeah.
And you also own an auto repair shop.
Yes.
Great, right
Yes.
on Canterbury Street.
Yes, on Canterbury Street in Worcester. Yeah.
And what attracted me to you, besides being a parent and our kids play together,
Yeah.
is that I learned about this organization called Mint Green Planet.
Yes.
And I said, you've got to be on my show because you're going to hear about these bins and what these bins can do for a not-for-profit, also for us.
Yes.
We have clothes that, you gave me some statistics in reference to how many clothes we throw away.
Yeah, according to the Environmental Protection Agency, the 2011 report, we throw away more than 13 million tons of clothes. They get thrown into the landfills. We recover about 15% of that through recycling. So there's a lot of clothing that's being thrown away. So that clothing can be reused and recycled. So we're on a mission to try to get that clothing recovered.
So just with those statistics about how much we throw away and all the poor and needy people in the world, that alone motivates me to talk more about this. So you saw that there was a need in reference to that, and you also wanted to help an organization that's very close to our heart. So tell us how you got started.
Well, I'm very close with the Boys and Girls Club of Worcester. Their building is very close to my building. And I've spent a lot of time there when I was a child, and I've learned some good values with them. I saw other companies doing some recycling in the area, and I decided to come up with something that could help the environment and help the club at the same time. So I went out, I looked into it, I started building some boxes like this, and I put a few out to see how it would work. I then collected some clothing, and over time we developed relationships with the people who could work with us and who would give us enough money to support the programs with the Boys and Girls Clubs.
Okay, so let's just talk about the business model, just because it is a business, but it is a business that takes care of several needs for several target markets. So one is that you build these bins, and they're very attractive, they're beautiful, and I love the name Mint Green Planet.
Thank you.
And so they're very attractive, and then you will work with an organization to help raise money, and also with the consumer or the persons who throw their clothing away or want to give it away, and they can come and just deposit them here into this box, and then you collect the clothing, and then you work with organizations that buy the clothing by the weight, and then give you money for it.
Right.
Then you take the money and you give a portion of that to the organization.
To the charities we're working with. Currently we're working with the Boys and Girls Club of Worcester as our primary charity.
Right.
We are also working with 10 other Boys and Girls Clubs throughout Massachusetts and Rhode Island even.
That's amazing. And you gave me some statistics, and Lisa, we'll have you gave us some statistics that I just want people to understand that you've given them up to $30,000, right?
Oh, well,
over the last 5 years.
After looking at the numbers, we talked about it yesterday, we're up to almost $70,000 we've given. The first year was 5, the second year 10, then we jumped up to 25, then this year we're almost at 30, and the year's not over. So we are growing, and it's, serving a need.
This is a no-brainer. Lisa, you pretty much run the operations. That's what he told me.
Yes.
You sit there, you're the nucleus of making sure that these get placed. What can somebody do? Let's say it's an organization like my church, St. Spiridon Greek Orthodox Cathedral, Holy Trinity Nursing and Rehabilitation, that's very close to our heart. We call you up, and then what's the process of getting a bin?
Well, we look at your location, we try to find a good spot on the property so that not only the churchgoers but also the surrounding area would be able to see that, so they can collect more donations for the church. They could run in their pamphlets and their flyers to let them know they want to do a clothing drive, or that any donations that go into the bin will help the church out by getting a monetary return on the clothing that's from the parishioners or from the surrounding area.
And the other good thing you do is, we're all busy at our respective not-for-profits, especially our faith-based ones, our churches. We volunteer our services. So you educate us on how we can educate the others, our parishioners, let's say, our community members, on the importance of collecting, the importance of where some of these programs, the proceeds go into the different programs.
Correct. We're working with the schools to try to train our youth, rather than saying, you know, Mom, I have 2 children of my own. Mom, can you throw this in the garbage? No, we can take it to Mint Green and we can recycle. And
That's
we
great.
institute a school program at my child's school, and we're trying to roll that out to get the mindset changed.
Yeah,
Don't throw
I
it
love
away.
that.
Right.
I know, it's so easy that my daughter will just throw something away and I'll pull it out and
I
go.
know,
And
I
then,
do that out of the
other
garbage.
great thing I just learned too is when I see something that's not great condition, you're saying don't throw it away.
That's right. Regardless of condition,
Okay.
we want that clothing. And I think that's probably what's maybe misleading some people. They believe that if the clothing isn't in good condition, they don't want to donate it. No.
That's the best news I heard.
That's
Right.
the biggest misnomer. It can be repurposed into so many different things: insulation, rags,
Wipes.
wipes.
Recyclable. Wow, that's
Yep.
great. How about shoes?
Shoes are very important, yes.
If you just went into my closet, you would made it for, you know what, my church can take all my shoes and we'll make a lot of money.
Yes.
That is so great. And so as you're speaking, it's Mint Green Planet,
Yes.
and any organization or any consumer can get in touch with you to learn more about it, and for any cause as well.
Yeah, yeah, nonprofits, you know, if you're looking to do a clothing drive, raise funds for your organization, we can help you with that.
Great.
You know, that's what we do.
And you'd like to grow into the schools too, and so I can't get into this now, but schools can also try to raise money
Absolutely.
and teach their students on how to recycle and give back.
Correct.
That's great.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank
This is so
you.
great. We'll come back and talk about it, and I'm going to help you expand. I already talked to the YMCA about it.
All right, terrific.
All right, great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And we'll be right back.